Hi, it's Jen and Diane today to show you a pretty fantastic notion that's actually been out for a while.
Yes, it has.
It's called the Kreinik Custom Quarter, and it is the coolest tool. Never seen anything else like it that makes this amazing cording that you might have seen when you did this patriotic
That's right.
pillow set.
I introduced the quarter with this project a few weeks ago, and it was my first experience using it. And hey, the sky's the limit on this one.
I know, and you love to. Diane is so creative. It's always fun when I get to walk past her sewing area and I see her just busy. And I see you have been extremely busy making different cording, and I know you've got ideas.
I have.
So tell us how this works and what our options are, because we want to join in on the fun of this. Again, hard to find.
It is. It is. I first saw it at a trade show a number of years ago, and then I couldn't find one. And then I finally did, and then I introduced it, of course, to you. And so then we hunted it down. So I'm glad that we have it now.
We have it.
Yeah. Well, first I'm just going to show you what we've done. And we've used a variety of threads. And so when we say this makes cording, I want you to really focus in on the word of custom cording, because it can be sparkly, it can be elegant, it can be plain, it can be whatever you need it to be, and that's just based on your thread choices. So isn't that beautiful?
It is, and I see the difference of what you're doing, and I see now when they say custom quarter, that is exactly what
you make
it what you want.
Exactly.
Versus hoping to find it out in the marketplace.
Right. I mean, you can find basic colors, but this will really allow you to match your project.
I love that.
Yeah, when we did this little pillow, there was a very specific baby blue and red that we wanted to really blend perfectly, and that was possible.
That is so cool. So tell us what our options are, how to use this.
Of course.
I have actually not used this tool ever.
Okay, well, today's going to be the day.
Okay.
All right, well, I think I'm going to show you the technique of making the cording, and then when I show you how I've changed it to make the different cording, it would kind of make more sense.
Okay, sounds good.
So I'm going to start today. The sample that we're going to make is going to use DMC embroidery floss, which gives us infinite options.
And we have every single color of DMC.
Oh, that's
500 plus colors, embroidery cross stitch.
Yeah.
And you know what else? I just realized after I'm done with my projects and I've cross-stitched them, sometimes I have a lot of a certain color left over.
Okay.
So I could be turning this into custom cording then.
Absolutely.
This is just regular DMC.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
This is cool.
Okay, so what I have here is I've taken a skein of white and a skein of red, and I measured out 2 yards, and I did that 4 times. So I have 4 strands, complete strands of white floss.
Okay.
And then I repeated the process again with red because I want my cording to have 2 colors.
Okay.
2 colors is fun. You don't have to have 2 colors. You could do it a single color.
Sure.
But we're going to make a sample with 2 colors today. So I told you I had the 4 pieces of thread. I'm going to lay this out here so that you can see. And for those of you that cross stitch, you know that you can separate those apart because there's 6 strands in each one.
Right.
So anyway, so 4 pieces of thread, and I'm going to then double it again. So that's going to give me 8.
Oh,
so yeah, but I need you to wait on that.
Uh-oh.
You're jumping in.
Okay. I better just watch. I am not a helper.
Okay. That's okay. So I'm going to just do a very easy overhand knot to secure the loose ends.
Okay.
Okay. Now, you kind of need something to hook onto. And so I actually put a command hook over here.
Yes, you did.
I did. You tried to take it and I
was
wouldn't
like,
let you.
Oh, it stuck to the table.
It did. It did. Okay. So that is hooked in. And this is my first color. Now, the reason that I stopped you is when I go to fold this piece in half, I need to actually connect it. And I'm going to go through the middle.
Oh my gosh.
So that it becomes one strand again. And I'm going to make a quick little change here. I'm going to move the knot to the end.
Of course. That makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah.
So you don't have that where it joins to have that knot. Okay.
Exactly. Okay. So here is my white now.
You're going to be a ways back there.
I am, and I actually shortened this because I needed to be on set. But if you're making any length of cording, you do need a little bit of open space.
Right.
So upstairs in our sewing room, I'm like stretched across the room. And I use the doorknob, by the way.
Okay.
So you have to get creative sometimes. I've seen people put cup hooks on, their sewing desk
Of
or what
course,
have you, something
sure.
to hook onto.
Grab a friend.
Yes, you can grab a friend, but you don't have to have a friend.
That's right.
All right. So here it is. This is, again, 4 pieces folded in half. So now there's 8 strands of white and
Okay.
8 strands of the red.
Okay.
So first of all, let's look at this little tool, because what do you think of when you see this little guy?
Fishing reel. My dad is a fisherman. Big
That's
time.
exactly right. And the company that makes this also makes fishing equipment.
Oh, they do. Kreinik.
Yes,
Okay.
they do. It's like embroidery and fishing, which I think
Okay.
is such an original combination. So yes, this looks like a little fishing reel, and when you turn it, it just makes the hook spin. Okay, so that's what we're going to be doing. I'm going to back up again, and I need to have tension on it. I don't want it loose at all. So I'm going to start turning, and one of the questions that get asked a lot is, well, how much do I turn? Well, there's a couple of ways you can know when you're ready to go to the next step. As I'm reeling, one of the things I'm kind of feeling for is that when I turn it, is it getting harder to turn? So that resistance increases, and that lets me know that I've probably turned it enough.
Okay.
Another thing to do is I can grab this and then just let it curl on itself. That also tells me it's ready to go. All right, so at this point, I'm going to, with tension still on this hand, I'm going to grab in the center where the colors change. And with my right hand, I'm right-handed, so I'm going to grab that. And I'm going to put that intersection of the white and red together. And the purpose of doing that is I now want to hook that second end, the red end, onto my Kreinik tool. So I am just hooking it in there so that the white and the red are hooked in there together. And the trick is you can't let go.
Right. You need another hand.
So now, again, there's tension. I'm going to take and hold this on the hook,
Okay.
and I'm going to pull the cord off of the command hook. So now, with all that twisting that's in there, I'm going to let go with my right hand, and the Kreinik tool is going to act like a weight, and it's going to hold it, and watch what happens.
Oh my gosh, it's unwinding itself.
It's winding it up. It's winding it with itself.
Oh my gosh, it's like a candy cane.
That's exactly
It
right.
is perfect.
Isn't that beautiful? And so you think, well, what happens when you let go? All right.
It doesn't untwist.
Well, this is the side that had the fold in it.
Oh,
Okay.
right.
So this side will stay
Is
intact.
good.
This side is 2 separate pieces. Remember the white
Yep.
and the red.
Yep.
So I am maintaining that I'm holding that, and I'm going to pull it off of the Kreinik tool. And I do need to now knot those 2 together so that it won't unravel. So when I've done that, you can see that. Now I've got a bit of a hot mess over here. So I'm going to trim those original 2 knots away.
Oh my god.
And now we've got this beautiful cord.
Oh, it's just beautiful.
Isn't that fun?
Oh my gosh. I mean, you could wrap a gift with this. Yes.
As a matter of fact,
Oh
you
my
can.
gosh. It's just, what a cool tool.
So I was thinking about, well, what, could we show you on how to use this cording? And so you mentioned the gift, and that was something I thought of right away as well.
Right.
So I thought, well, it's wedding season, the time that we're filming this now. So if you wanted just this beautiful cording on a wedding gift, you're ready to go. And I've used a specialty thread. Why don't you tell about this thread right here?
Razzle Dazzle Wonderfill is a thread manufacturer, and they're actually in Canada.
Okay.
And we love the Razzle and Dazzle. You might have seen this on our woolly mug rugs or woolly mug mats.
Okay.
We do that at times. They're like size 5 and 8 pearl cottons. Sometimes, though, they're such a mission specific, they're a hand thread. You're never going to piece with these. It's such a mission specific thread that once it's done, you're like, what else can I do with this? So this to me just opened up Pandora's box of possibilities.
So pretty with the glitter that goes with it.
Is this one here?
It is. It is.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I just thought that was just so exquisitely beautiful.
So in this instance, this was one color the whole time.
It was.
Oh.
So then I thought, okay, so what else is this season? And then I thought about graduation. And so I thought, well, if you're giving a gift and the person that's graduating, you could use their school colors, and just make it really festive. Or if you're decorating for a graduation party, you just, you could use that. Then this is really completely different. So I used jute. And, because sometimes you want that homespun look,
rustic. Yep.
Exactly. And so instead of just tying single strands, I thought, well, let's see how the quarter does on this. So I pulled some jute out, and you can see I used a lot of strands because I wanted it kind of heavy and thick. And
like rope.
Exactly. It does. It looks just like rope.
Cool.
So this was really fun. So you can see the versatility right away.
Yarn, I can only imagine.
Yes.
What about like another very mission-specific thread that we've used again on our woolly mug mat series, mug rug? It's the 12 weight.
Yes.
It's a thicker thread than what we would never piece with that, and I have spools of that. Is that just, again, you're getting multiple strands and building out the bulk that you want?
That's exactly right. So let's use this as our example. So I told you we started with 4 strands and then we folded it over. And so this is what 8 strands of embroidery floss looks like. Oh my gosh. Okay, so if you were to double that to 16 strands of embroidery floss, that's what that sample is.
It's so cool.
Isn't that amazing?
And then the evenness of it is unbelievable. Because I envision myself twisting this, but it would never be this even.
No, that's what the tool does. And again, you have that ability to adjust it. This is 4 strands of embroidery floss.
Oh, wow.
And this one was 2. And when I say 4 of the green, 4 of the red. And this one was 2 of each.
Look at the difference. You just decide what you want.
Exactly.
And then this here is really cool.
Different altogether. So this is not embroidery floss. This is cotton yarn, something that you might get to crochet with. And I just thought, I wanted to just try as many different things as I could. I was going crazy with this thing. And so I thought, well, gosh, what do you think we could do with something this big and bulky?
You said graduation, and right away I'm used to seeing the kids with their kind of decorations for good grades.
Yeah.
And I know that in high schools and colleges they provide that, but if you're a homeschooler and we want to just honor our kids doing great work at home, you could, again, what are their favorite colors, or create this for them so they still have that accolade of good job, well done.
Exactly.
So I noticed this tassel though. How did we make the tassel?
That would be another video for another time, I think, because this was another notion that I was trying out, and I can think of lots of fun things to do with that too.
Okay.
Yeah. But I could even see this as a drapery tie back. Use it in home deck.
I've seen that where they do that.
Right.
This is so cool. And I think we're just kind of cutting our teeth, honestly, about this. I think there's going to be more designs we're bringing out. I love it. Really started with you adding that braid, kind of that twist around that pillow. And then next thing you know, now we're doing a video on this. And I'm so glad. So Diane, keep doing what you do.
Okay.
You always take it to another level. And it's just, she takes cute to another level, cuter every single time. If you haven't seen the Kreinik tool, or maybe already have it, and you probably don't. It's been very difficult to actually get back in. Be sure to pick that up and share your projects on social media.
Oh, I'd love to see what you guys come up with.
You inspire us too, and maybe somebody else might see your creation and get an idea. A great one to do with kids too.
Oh, sure.
Right?
Yeah.
There's nothing, no sharp edges, nothing to get burnt on. It's a great one to do with a family. So thank you so much.
You're welcome.
For showing us. Now I'm going to be using
Making
some of my
hoarding.
razzle and dazzle and making hoarding. If you haven't subscribed, be sure to do that and hit the bell. That way, whenever Diane, or myself, or the both of us, or maybe Tammy has new video content, that way you automatically know that. So we will see you soon on more Shabby Fabrics videos.